So what do you want to do? Explain.
So, my name's Keegan Stone. This is my brother Trevor Stone.
Sure.
And for my channel, I wanted to do kind of a explanation of a comic book story to people who don't read comic books. Well, people who don't read comic books I've read. So I choose for my first episode, Chris Claremont and Todd Knock, NightCrawler, Volume 1. And if you don't know, NightCrawler is one of the X-Men's members, and he's German, and he looks like a demon. And his powers make him teleport anywhere in short distance. But I'm just gonna explain the story to my brother, and yeah. So it takes off in Nightcrawler narrating to himself that he was previously dead, but he was brought back to life by the X-Men.
Sum it up, remember, don't make it too long.
And you see for the first issue him sparring with Wolverine, but at this point in time, Wolverine lost his healing factor, so he had to make his own suit with adamantium claws built inside of it instead of using his own, because he would bleed out if he used his own. And soon Wolverine starts losing it with him. He pops out his real claws, and Nightcrawler gets scarce. So the X-Men has to break it up, and Nightcrawler leaves. As soon as he leaves, he remembers what happened before he died, like how the X-Men originally were before this, and then he sees all the new mutants in school, and everyone thinks he's weird, even though one person has 6 eyeballs, another person has wings, and another person can stretch her neck. And also, there's apparently a bug guy.
I'll hold it up to there for a little bit. Yeah, if they can see it. There it is. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, X-Men's pretty weird.
So when does Deathbolt join X-Men?
He only joins one team, and that's called X-Force, led by Wolverine. So no, it's not X-Men. But as soon as he starts getting creeped out, one of his friends talks to him. I don't know her name, but she starts reassuring. Oh right, Nightcrawler's real name is Kurt Wagner.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What's up?
Should we sum it up a little bit, like go a little bit more?
Okay. So she reassures him that everything will be okay, and so he goes visit his ex in Manhattan. And his ex is a witch.
Oh.
And apparently he has a bunch of little clones with him.
Oh, those are like little babies.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think they're called BAMs. BAMs. Because that's the sound that he makes when he teleports. And they hug, they make out. But as soon as they're making out, a giant alien robot comes in and starts fighting with his ex. And you don't really know whose his name is, but he shoots energy blasts at Nightcrawler, and so he protects her ex by teleporting her away.
So pause a second. Yeah.
So then Nightcrawler and the robot start attacking one another. But as soon as Nightcrawler gets beaten by him, his ex starts to appear, and she has her wizard clothes, and she beats the robot. Yeah, she's a witch.
She's a wizard.
Wizard.
I know you just said wizard.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
So the robot disappears, and his girlfriend believes that the robot's after her and her mother because they're both witches or wizards. So Kurt has to go back to his hometown in Germany, and because he was originally part of a circus with him and his girlfriend, which the girlfriend's mother raised Kurt in the circus. So they became lifelong friends, and it explains how he got his teleporting powers, and they turned back to Germany. But as they're soon returned to Germany, they get attacked by their former circus friends because they don't remember who they are. And one of them has stretching powers, another one's really strong, and another one can breathe fire. And after that, they're done fighting. Kurt tries to ask where him and his girlfriend's mother are, and she appears out of nowhere, and she kind of looks like the Wicked Witch of the West. As soon as they start talking, the robot appears again, and he does want the mother and Kurt's girlfriend. So they start fighting, but as soon as they start oh wait, this is in between pages. As soon as they start fighting, his name is Tragama. And the reason why he's called Tragama because the robot can split into 3 forms of himself. And when he splits into 3 forms, they start attacking each one. One can shoot fire, another can shoot water, and I think the third one can shoot just energy. But they get defeated by Kurt and his friends, so they go away. But then Kurt says they should go to the X-Men house to figure out what's going on. And once they get the X-Men hates Kurt's girlfriend and his mother because she's an enemy of the X-Men. But Kurt tells her that they're in help and they should help him. And once they do, Kurt gets questions about it, and he feels sad until Wolverine shows up and gives him a beer.
Oh.
And yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And as soon as they get all nice with one another, the girlfriend starts hurting the X-Men, and her mother starts hurting the X-Men. And apparently they have to escape with one another. And as soon as they do, there's a whole bunch of evil robots. As soon as the evil robots come, all the X-Men try to fight them off, but it's pointless. So Wolverine tries to stop them. Everyone tries to stop him. But no one works. Nothing works. Until his girlfriend does a spell and makes the robots go away. And his mother I think his mother made the deal with the robots because the robots are aliens, and the aliens thought they can trust their mother. But in the end, Kurt loses his girlfriend, and they never see her again. That's it.
That was a short summary of the comic, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, this is a weird. Chris Claremont did a lot of X-Men books, and he did Days of Future Past, which if you saw the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of great / interesting X-Men books. I just did NightCrawler because I wanted to know more about him and learned very interesting things about him.
I thought he was DC.
No, interestingly, he was originally made by DC.
Oh yeah.
But the guy who created him left DC, went to Marvel, and Marvel got him. And originally he was supposed to be a demon, that's why he looks like one. But Marvel made him a mutant. But then they retconned him because his dad's apparently a mutant, but he can use magic. Alright.
So yeah.
That's pretty much it, and I'm gonna start making more videos of this. If it interests you.
Yeah.
That's it.
So follow. Do you have a Twitter account or anything? Facebook?
No, I have Facebook.
So say
Casey Mason. Just follow me on Facebook if you want.
Mason.
Mason.
Okay. And then Yeah. If
And
only
check out my brother's new
channel, Dragon Ball West.